everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into PCOS and fertility, something I know a lot of you are interested in.
Absolutely. It's a topic that comes up a lot.
Yeah, and we've got some really fascinating medical texts and research articles we're going to be pulling from.
Lots to unpack.
For sure, for sure. Like, did you know that even a small amount of weight loss can make a huge EGE difference in managing PCOS?
Yeah, that's something that often surprises people.
We're also going to look at how insulin resistance, which is something we see a lot with PCOS, can actually affect your egg quality.
It's all connected.
And we'll even get into some of those super cool therapies like acupuncture and light therapy that are showing a lot of promise in helping with PCOS and boosting fertility.
Exciting stuff.
It is, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is PCOS? It's a hormonal disorder, right? Affects women during their reproductive years.
Yeah, you got it. But it's tricky because it can look different for everyone.
Oh, totally. It's not like there's a checklist, you have this, this, and this, and boom, it's PCOS.
Nope. But some common things are irregular periods, higher levels of those androgens, which people usually think of as male hormones.
Right, right.
And then, of course, you've got the polycystic ovaries themselves, hence the name.
Makes sense. But what actually causes it?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle with a bunch of missing pieces.
Okay.
We know genetics play a role, but then there's the environment and lifestyle, too. And even things like insulin resistance and obesity can be part of the picture,
Okay, so it's complicated.
to say the least.
Yeah.
Which is why getting diagnosed and treated can be, well, a bit of a journey sometimes.
Let's talk about insulin resistance then, since you mentioned it. It seems like that's a big player in PCOS.
It really is. You can think of it kind of like a key that gets stuck in the on position.
Okay.
And that makes your ovaries produce too many androgens, which can lead to all sorts of things. Extra hair growth, acne.
Yeah, not fun.
Not at all. Plus, it messes with how the follicles that hold your eggs develop. So ovulation can become a problem.
So it's not just those surface level symptoms, it's affecting things deeper down.
Exactly. And often it's a vicious cycle because that insulin resistance can also cause weight gain, which makes the PCOS worse.
Oh man, it's like a domino effect.
You got it.
Okay, so we've got insulin causing trouble, but then there's this other thing I keep seeing. Sex hormone binding globulin, or SHBG. What's that all about?
SHDG. It sounds complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. Think of it as like a chaperone for your hormones.
Chaperone.
Yeah, specifically for those sex hormones like testosterone. Keeps them in check, make sure they don't go crazy.
Okay.
But UT, when your insulin levels are high, it's like the chaperone gets sent home early. So those hormones are running wild.
So basically, high insulin gives the androgens, like testosterone, free rein to cause those PCOS symptoms.
You nailed it. And to make it even worse, high androgen levels also contribute to lower SHBG. So it's like a double whammy.
So you're fighting a losing battle on multiple fronts.
Pretty much. Your body's just not able to control those testosterone levels properly.
This is all getting pretty heavy.
Yeah, but it's important to understand what's going on.
Totally. So let's get to the big question. Fertility. How does all this actually affect a woman's ability to get pregnant?
Well, think about it. All those hormonal imbalances we've been talking about, the irregular ovulation, the insulin resistance, they all LL can impact the quality of your eggs. You might have fewer mature eggs, eggs with genetic issues, and that obviously makes it harder to get pregnant and for the pregnancy to stick.
That makes sense. So PCOS basically throws a wrench in the whole process.
It can, for sure. But the research is still evolving on exactly how much it affects egg quality.
Interesting.
I think part of that is because PCOS is such a diverse condition. It's like trying to hit a moving target.
Okay, so lots of individual variation.
Lots. But even with all these challenges, there are things women can do to improve their chances of getting pregnant, even with PCOS.
That's great. It's not a hopeless situation.
Not at all. It's about taking control and making some positive changes. Lifestyle interventions are key here.
Okay, like what kind of things?
Well, diet is huge EE. A low glycemic index diet can be a total game changer. It helps keep those insulin levels balanced.
So ditch the sugary drinks and processed food.
Exactly. Load up on veggies, fruits, lean proteins, high-fiber grains, all that good stuff.
Sounds pretty healthy overall.
It is. And then there's specific nutrients that are super important for reproductive health, like folate, omega-3s, selenium.
Okay, so we're talking broccoli, salmon, Brazil nuts.
You got it. And of course, exercise. Regular physical activity does wonders for insulin sensitivity, balancing hormones, and managing weight.
I'm sensing a theme here. healthy living.
It's all connected, right?
Yeah.
Strength training is especially good because it builds muscle, which helps your body use insulin better.
Okay, noted. And I know we've talked about this before, but stress management is important too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Chronic stress messes with your hormones and can actually affect egg quality.
So those relaxing activities like meditation, yoga, deep breathing, they're not just for your mental health, they're good for your eggs too.
Exactly. It's all about creating that inner balance.
Okay, and the big one, weight management.
We know that getting to a healthy weight can reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which can both damage those precious eggs.
Yeah, but for a lot of women with PCOS, weight loss is a struggle.
It can be, for sure. But even a little bit of weight loss, like 5 to 10%, can make a difference.
So small steps, consistency.
That's the key. Sustainable changes that you can stick with.
It's not about being perfect, it's about making progress.
Exactly. It's a journey, not a race. And remember, every step you take towards a healthier lifestyle is a step towards improving your fertility.
Okay, that's encouraging. We've covered a lot here, but we've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll delve deeper into the connection between diet and egg quality. Don't go anywhere.
So welcome back. You know, as we're digging into all this PCOS stuff, I'm curious, anything been jumping out at you?
You know, honestly, it's the whole weight loss thing. Like every time I read about PCOS, it's like lose weight, lose weight. It's almost like it's the only answer.
Yeah, I get that. It is super important for overall health, no doubt. But it's not the whole story, right?
It just feels like it overshadows everything else. Like if you're not losing weight, you're failing somehow.
And that's so not true. Not all women with PCOS are overweight, to begin with.
Exactly.
And even if you are, focusing only on weight can make you feel like it's your fault, like you're not trying hard enough.
Which is so messed up.
It is. It's got to be about healthy, sustainable changes, not some crash diet that'll just mess you up even more.
Those never work long-term anyway. You just end up yo-yoing back and forth.
Right. What's interesting is that even losing a small amount, like 5–10% of your body weight.
Okay, so not like some crazy drastic thing.
Right. Even that can have a huge impact on your insulin sensitivity, androgen levels, your cycles.
So it's about those gradual changes, the ones you can actually stick with.
Absolutely. It's creating a lifestyle, not just chasing a number on the scale.
I like that. So it's not just weight, it's those underlying things too, like the insulin resistance, the hormones.
You got it. Got to address those root causes.
Now, here's another myth I hear a lot. That if you have PCOS, you basically can't get pregnant naturally.
I hate that one. It's so discouraging.
Like it's a done deal, case closed.
PCOS definitely makes it tougher. There's no denying that. But it's not a guaranteed sentence of infertility.
Okay, good. Because that's terrifying to think about.
And honestly, we see women with PCOS getting pregnant naturally all the time. Often, it's after making those lifestyle changes we talked about.
So there are hope.
Tons of hope.
Yeah.
Everyone's journey is different, though. Some people might need a little extra help, medically speaking.
Right. And that's totally okay, too. What are some of those options, then, for women who are having trouble conceiving?
Well, one common thing is ovulation induction meds, like clomiphene citrate or letrozole.
I've heard those names, but no idea what they do.
Basically, they give your ovaries a little push to release an egg, increase those chances of ovulating.
So they kind of jumpstart the process.
Exactly. Sometimes there are injectable meds, too, called gonadotropins, which can stimulate egg development.
Okay, and what about insulin resistance? If that's really bad, are there meds for that specifically?
There are. Metformin's often used. It's actually for type 2 diabetes, but it can help with insulin sensitivity. A&D regulates cycles in PCOS.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Pretty much. Now, if those first-line treatments don't work, there's always assisted reproductive technology, like IVF.
IVF, yeah. That's a big one.
It is. Basically, they take eggs from the ovaries, fertilize them with sperm in a lab, and then transfer the embryos back into the uterus.
So it bypasses the whole natural process.
It can be really effective, but it's definitely a big decision, both emotionally and financially.
For sure. Lots to consider there.
It's a very personal choice, and it's super important to have a good doctor, a specialist who really understands PCOS, to guide you.
That support makes a huge difference.
Huge. PCOS is already an emotional roller coaster. Add infertility struggles on top of that.
It's a lot to handle. You've got those hormones going up and down, the irregular cycles, the pressure to get pregnant.
And then there's the societal stuff, too. You know, all those expectations and people not really getting what PCOS is.
It can be isolating, for sure.
It can lead to anxiety, depression, all of that. So taking care of your mental health is crucial.
No shame in seeking help, therapy, support groups.
None at all. Just talking to a friend, family, someone who gets it.
Reminds you that you're not alone.
Exactly. There are millions of women dealing with this, and there are resources out there.
Now, we've been talking a lot about fertility, but PCOS doesn't just disappear once you've had kids, right?
Right. It's a lifelong thing.
So what does that mean long term?
Well, it can increase your risk for certain conditions later on. Type 2 diabetes, heart disease, sleep apnea.
So it's about more than just getting pregnant. It's about overall health.
Exactly. Taking a holistic approach, making those lifestyle changes, those benefit you in the long run too.
So regular checkups, healthy habits, stress management.
All of it. Be proactive. Take charge of your health.
Knowledge is power, they say.
It really is. The more you understand PCOS, the better equipped you are to make those good decisions.
Okay, you know what we haven't really touched on? Body image. That's got to be tough with PCOS.
Oh, absolutely. The weight gain, the hair growth, the acne.
It's like your body's working against you. And then there's all that societal pressure to look a certain way.
It's a lot to deal with. But it's so important to remember that beauty comes in all forms.
Yeah.
And PCOS doesn't define you.
It's about embracing your body, loving yourself.
Yes. Self-compassion, surrounding yourself with good people, maybe even therapy. Those can help so much.
Find those things that make you feel good, confident.
Exactly. Now, something else that's super important is the role of partners.
Oh, yeah, good point. It's not just the woman with PCOS who's going through this.
Partners often feel helpless, frustrated, worried.
It's a lot for them to take on, too, especially if they don't really understand PCOS.
For sure. Communication is key. Empathy, willingness to learn.
It's a team effort.
It is. Going to appointments together, doing research, making those lifestyle changes together.
So it's about being involved, not just standing on the sidelines.
Right. And there's even couples therapy or support groups specifically for partners of women with PCOS.
Okay, so there's support out there for everyone involved.
There is. Building that strong foundation together, that's huge.
So as we're wrapping up this part of the deep dive, I guess the takeaway is PCOS is complicated.
Complicated is an understatement. There's no one-size-fits-all solution.
It's about finding what works for you.
Yeah, exactly. You need a good healthcare team, specialists who know their stuff, to help you figure out the best plan.
And even though PCOS comes with challenges, it doesn't have to define you.
Right. You can still have a fulfilling life, achieve your dreams.
With the right knowledge, self-care, and support.
You got it.
And hey, speaking of knowledge, stick around for part 3 because we're going to dive into some of the really cutting-edge research and new treatments. Things are changing fast in the world of PCOS. We're back for the final part of our PCOS deep dive, and things are about to get really interesting. We've talked about what PCOS is, how it affects you, all that good stuff. Now let's look ahead. Where's the research going? What's the future of PCOS treatment?
It's a really exciting time to be in this field because things are moving so fast.
Yeah.
One area that's getting a lot of attention is the gut microbiome.
The gut microbiome. That seems to be the answer to everything these days.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It really is connected to so much. Think of it like your gut's this whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
Trillions of bacteria living in there doing all sorts of important jobs.
Yeah.
They help us digest food, support our immune system, even influence our hormones.
Okay, so it's not just about what we eat, it's about what's going on inside us too.
Exactly. And with PCOS, we often see this imbalance in the gut microbiome. The types of bacteria get thrown off, and that can cause problems all over.
Like what kind of problems?
Well, it can contribute to inflammation, which we know is a big issue with PCOS, and it can worsen insulin resistance, mess with your hormones.
So it's like this domino effect starting in the gut.
Yeah, pretty much. So researchers are looking at ways to manipulate the gut microbiome to kind of rebalance it.
How do you even do that?
Probiotics are one way, those supplements with good bacteria, and prebiotics, which are like food for the good bacteria.
Okay, so it's about feeding the right bugs in your gut.
Exactly. Then there's fecal microbiota transplantation, which I know it sounds weird,
A little bit, yeah.
but it's basically taking healthy bacteria from someone else's poop and putting it into your gut.
Okay, that's definitely not for the faint of heart.
It's not the most glamorous treatment, but it can be really effective for some conditions. Now, speaking of exciting new stuff, have you heard about stem cell therapy?
Stem cells. Yeah, that's like the holy grail of medicine, right?
It has a lot of potential, that's for sure. And researchers are exploring how it could be used to treat PCOS.
Okay, how would that even work?
Well, stem cells are kind of like blank slates. They can turn into all sorts of different cells in the body. So the idea is to use them to repair or even regenerate damaged ovarian tissue.
Like, give the ovaries a fresh start.
Exactly. If it works, it could potentially restore normal ovarian function. Get those cycles regular, improve fertility.
Wow, that's huge. Are there any clinical trials happening for this?
Yeah, actually there are. And the early results are looking pretty promising.
Well, science takes time, but that's definitely something to keep an eye on. What about personalized medicine? I've heard that's becoming a big deal for chronic conditions like PCOS.
It is. It's all about moving away from that one-size-fits-all approach. Right. Because everyone with PCOS is different, right?
So instead of just treating the symptoms, you're trying to figure out the root cause for each individual.
You got it. Like, imagine using genetic testing to see which genes are involved in your PCOS.
Okay.
And then you can tailor the treatment specifically to that, make it way more effective.
It's like getting a custom-made treatment plan.
Exactly. Plus, you can factor in lifestyle, environment, all of that. It's truly holistic.
This is blowing my mind. It feels like we're on the cusp of some major breakthroughs in PCOS.
It really does. We might not just be managing symptoms anymore. We might actually be able to reverse some of those underlying issues.
Wow, that's incredible.
It is. And the most important thing is for women with PCOS to stay informed, advocate for themselves, and work with their doctors to find the best path forward.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, this has been an amazing deep dive. We've learned so much about PCOS, the challenges, the treatments, the research. It's a lot.
It is. But hopefully it's empowered you too. Give you some hope, some tools to take charge of your health.
Exactly. PCOS doesn't have to rule your life.
With knowledge, self-care, and a strong support system, you can absolutely thrive.
Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. Stay curious, everyone, and remember, knowledge is power. Take care.